Hello. Today is Thursday of Holy Week. Obviously, we call this Holy Thursday. Tonight, we will gather for a beautiful liturgy that begins our Easter Triduum, a liturgy that continues throughout the next 3 days. The message of this particular liturgy, we call it the Mass of the Lord's Supper. And of course, we reenact what happens at that last evening that Jesus spent with his disciples, where he gathers for that Last Supper. Well, one of the beautiful things that he does during that time, of course, is he gets down on his hands and knees and he washes the feet of his disciples. Something that was left basically for the servants. It was a very menial job. But Jesus got down and said, "This is what I must do. I must be an example for you, because this is what you're going to do from here on out. If you want to follow me, if you want to be a Christian, if you want to do as I do, this is where it begins." I love that line where it just says, "Hey, I came to serve, not to be served." Whenever I do a wedding, I pretty much give some of the same thoughts in my marriage homilies. And one of the things I share with the two couples is I usually get the two of them staring at each other, and I'll say to the groom, "Take a look at your bride. Are you pretty happy?" And of course, they'll usually say yes. And I say, "Well, today, Mr. Groom, this is not about you. From here on out, this is about her. This is about taking care of her desires, her needs, putting her first in all that you do." And of course, I'll turn to the bride, and she'll want me to stop and not go on any further, but I'll say the same thing to her. "Look at your groom. Are you pretty happy?" And usually a big yes, but I'll say the same thing to her. Today, it's not about you. It's about him. It's about taking care of him. It's about putting his needs and his desires first. I try to share that message because it really comes from this thought. The more that we focus on ourselves, that usually becomes that first brick in the wall that divides us. Jesus calls us to serve others, to serve first, and to put others first. I always love that expression that Jesus was an others-centered person. And in this message today, as we begin our Triduum, we begin with service and thinking about how we can serve. What are you doing? What are we doing to serve others? Remember at the end of Mass when we send you off, the message is usually the same. Go now to love and to serve the Lord. Go now to love and serve. Serve. I hope you enjoy the rest of Holy Week, the Easter Triduum, and the celebration of Easter. Have a great journey to Easter.